He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
One of the things that we've done this year, as of previous years as well, is we've set the students a task to recreate a track from a given album. We try and get acts in, tribute acts in, that first of all sound like the original acts that they're a tribute to, because that's kind of important, because the students have got to have something to aim and achieve for. So the reason we went for a Beatles tribute this year is that there are so many classic tracks by the Beatles that just have such an iconic sound to them. There was such a challenge to get that sound that we thought it would be a really good challenge for the students this year.
Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody, help, you don't need someone, help. When I was young, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down, and I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please, please help me, help me, help me.
We first got together in around 1992-ish. Both Blue and I were in bands doing original material, and we'd come off the road doing that, and in order to sort of carry on singing and performing, we both decided to start an acoustic duo and go around the clubs and do something like that. The sort of only music we had in common that we knew all the chords to and the words and stuff were Beatles songs. So initially we started off doing quite a lot of Beatles material alongside other things. We did that for a few months. A friend of ours that we knew from way back decided that he asked us if he could come and play bass with us, so we decided, yeah, it'd sound better with a bit of bass as well. So we did that for a few months as a three-piece, and then eventually went the whole hog, got a drummer, and it was round about the time then when the Beatles started to re-release all the sort of old anthologies, etc. There was a massive resurgence in the interest in Beatles. Because half of our set was Beatles music anyway, we thought it'd be a good idea to sort of do a tribute band. At this stage we weren't sort of dressing up or putting wigs on or anything like that.
Well, the old tribute thing wasn't around, was it really? There wasn't, it was quite, that sort of happened around us. So, you know, one day we were playing some songs we knew, and the next minute people saying, oh, you're one of these tribute bands.
Yeah.
I suppose we hadn't really thought of it. But it was quite interesting the way that worked out. Sort of woke up a tribute band one morning.
Help, I need somebody, help, not just anybody, help. You know,
this is absolutely ridiculous. I haven't got a clue what key we're in.
Play it. Play the.
I guess that's
pick out your note.
to an E, doesn't it?
help,
Help.
need somebody, help, not just anybody, help. You know, need
Say
somebody.
no, because you got to do it. What's the note? B.
Help,
So B's goes through all its chords.
help, help, help. Yeah, I'd be right.
And then whatever you do after that.
Help.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, that book's wrong then, isn't it?
Stupid book.
Stupid book.
We do quite a lot of corporate work and things like that, and do all the dressing up, and the set basically then would include each one of us being a particular Beatle, but that's not exclusive in as much as that Blue actually plays John Lennon as the tribute, and I'm George Harrison, but then I sing some John Lennon ones and Blue sings some Paul ones. So we do sort of swap the vocals around if and when we need to. But if we're doing the strict tribute band, we more or less stick to the roles.
We do insist on Ringo singing all the Ringo songs though.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody wants to do Yellow Submarine.
The furthest we've travelled would be, we did a tour in Russia, which was a real experience. We didn't know what to expect at all. We got on the plane and then we ended up at the airport, and we got off the plane, and there was a limousine waiting for us on the tarmac, like you see in films, kind of thing, which we got into and came in through the ambassador's entrance to the country. It was like that, non-stop all the way through, then straight into the entire Russian press cadre and a table with some vodka and some caviar on it. What do you think of Russia? I like it. I like it very much. That was probably the biggest one. That would be furthest away.
Yeah.
And the biggest one?
Biggest one, probably the biggest audience, but biggest crowd we've had. I thought was Market Square. Yeah.
I thought that.
We played in the Market Square for Euro '96, and we were told that there were 6,000 people in the Market Square, which is quite a big audience for us. And it was raining constantly, and they all stayed and watched, so that was a great experience and a big crowd.
Yeah, thunder and lightning is very cool.
That boy took my love away. He'll regret it someday. But this boy wants you back again.
Got a call from Andy, who's the HE tutor here. Obviously it's something that Confetti are doing. I think previously they'd done a Pink Floyd tribute band and a U2 tribute band as well. And he asked me if I'd like to get the band to come in and do a song per day. We sort of just picked ones that we all had a lead vocal on, and thought that would be the most interesting or challenging to do in a studio, given the time constraints. And Andy changed a few of them, I think, because somebody had previously worked on one of the songs. But we're quite happy with the balance of the songs we've got, and so far I think Yesterday was my favourite. Not Yesterday the song, yesterday we did Nowhere Man, so I think that's probably my favourite so far.
I quite like doing Rain. I quite like the fact we had to play it in one key and then slow the whole thing down. Very interesting. The whole process has been very interesting. It's made us look at the songs again, so I've learned new parts that I should have been playing that I wasn't, because I've been revising the Beatles, which is one of those things you do when you've been playing for 10 years. But it's been great, it's been really interesting.
The band are excellent. They've spent lots of time sculpting that sound. They've got a real air of the Beatles about them in terms of their sound. So it's, from that point of view, it's gone really well because students have had lots to work with. It's a real challenge for the students. They've got some musicians which they're not used to working with. They've got a sound to create as well, so they've got lots of things to think about, as well as all the technical side of actually running a recording session. So there's lots of them to think about and consider. But I think it's gone great, and I think the mix is a testament to that as well. Some of the mixes that are starting to come in are starting to sound really nice. So yeah, I think it's gone, on the whole, it's gone really well.
She's mine, she tells all the time, she shakes up.